Hello guys, my name is Mason, and in this video we are going to talk about the AFC predictions and see how the teams do in the NFL, and my dad is joining me in this video, and let's get into it. So we are going to start with the AFC North. I'm a Bengals fan, and for the AFC, I got the Bengals going 13-4, first place. Then I got the Ravens going 10-7, second place. Then the Browns 8-9, third place. The Steelers 6-11, fourth place. What do you think, Dad?
You and I have very similar predictions, at least in the standings. I have the Bengals in first place, going 15-2, going 6-0 in the division. I have the Ravens at second, going 10-7. I have the Browns coming in at third, going 8-9, and I have the Steelers in last place, going 6-11 this year.
So we have the same thing except the Bengals.
Well, we have the same standings. We just differ on the win-loss record, which is hard to predict. But
yeah. So then next, we are going to talk about with the Bills.
The AFC East.
Yeah, the AFC East. I got the Bills 13-4. I got the Dolphins 10-7. I got the Jets 9-8, which I think that could be surprising. And Patriots 6-11. What do you think?
Ours is a lot different, actually, in this one. I got the Bills at first place at 15-2 as well. I have the Patriots at second at 10-7. I have the Dolphins at third at 7-10, and I have the Jets in last place at 4-13.
What makes you put the Patriots in second?
They're the only team out of those that have proven players. The Jets have a quarterback that didn't do anything last year and admitted that he came out of college too soon. So he hasn't proven himself yet at all to convince me that he can win games. And Tua Tagovailoa is a bad season away from being a benched quarterback. And so if you have a quarterback that is one bad season away from being a benched quarterback, how can you predict them to win any more than better than 500?
So I think the Dolphins are going to go 10-7 because I don't know if you can really judge off of that because that's what everyone says, but Tyreek Hill was talking really good about Tua, and he was trying to compare him with Patrick Mahomes, which I was surprised about that. Then the Jets, I feel like Sauce Gardner is going to do good, and then I think is it Garrett Wilson? Yeah, Garrett Wilson is going to do good, and I don't know about Zach Wilson, but hopefully they do good. That's why I didn't put them in the playoffs, but they got upgraded. And the Patriots, they don't have really anything. They lost J.C. Jackson, and Mac Jones doesn't have really any weapons to throw to. And that's why I think they're going to go 6-11.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The Patriots are a stretch. I think everyone's convinced the Bills win this division easily. Mm-hmm. The other three teams are kind of fighting for second place. And I think if any of them sneak into the playoffs, I don't think any of them make a run in the playoffs. The only thing I can say is it's a quarterback-driven league, and if you give me Mac Jones, Tua, and Zach Wilson, I'm taking Mac Jones every single day over those three guys.
Yeah.
Even though he's only been in the NFL for 1 year, Zach Wilson's only been in the NFL for 1 year. You compare colleges there, you got Mac Jones at Alabama, which is a much, much tougher conference than Zach Wilson at BYU. Yeah. And Tua went to Alabama, but he hasn't proven himself yet at all. He's very inaccurate, and we'll see how he does with Tyreek Hill. I just know if I'm a wide receiver, I don't leave a future Hall of Fame quarterback at Patrick Mahomes to go to a quarterback who is potentially a season away from being on the bench.
Okay, let's go to the AFC West. So I got the Chargers in first place at 12-5. Then I got the Raiders going second at 11-6. I got the Broncos in third place with 11-6. I got the Chiefs in last 10-7. Only the Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos only made the playoffs. This conference is going to be hard to beat. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, I think this is the best conference in football, top to bottom. I don't. Unfortunately, not all 4 teams can make the playoffs, so there's going to be at least one odd man out. Mine's a little different than yours. I have the Chargers in first place, going 16-1. I think they're probably the best team in football. They were a good team last year, and they've only gotten better this year. I got the Broncos in second at 12-5. I have the Chiefs in third at 11-6, and I have the Raiders in fourth at 10-7.
That game was awesome with the Chargers and Raiders last year.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough division. The only thing I don't know about there is, do those teams just beat up on each other, and does it hurt them, or do you have one team that runs away with the division, and then the others kind of fight it out for second place? But I do have 3 teams from that division making the playoffs.
I don't have the Chiefs very far out. If there's 7 teams that make it, they're the 9th team.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs, the one thing you got to remember with the Chiefs is they have Andy Reid, who's probably one of the most proven coaches in the NFL outside of maybe Bill Belichick. Definitely, arguably, I mean, he was very successful in Philadelphia when he's in Philadelphia, and he's only been nothing but successful in Kansas City. And then they do have Patrick Mahomes, who we'll see how he does without Tyreek Hill, but he does still have weapons, and he'll keep on. I don't expect to see him fall off. If I had to choose who was going to have the better season, Patrick Mahomes without Tyreek Hill or Tyreek Hill without Patrick Mahomes, I would put my money on Patrick Mahomes having the better season.
Yeah. I don't know really about the Denver Broncos. I don't know how Russell Wilson's will do.
I'm not too worried. I think Russell Wilson will be fine in that setup there. I think the one thing to remember about the Broncos is they had a good defense last year. They lacked a quarterback. They had Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock, who Russell Wilson is a major upgrade over both of those guys. So I think a team that was close to making the playoffs last year and to upgrade at quarterback like they did will only end up good for them.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to the last division, the Colts division.
Yeah, this is the AFC South.
Yeah, AFC South. I feel like this might be one of the worst worst divisions in football.
Yeah, I think so. I think outside of, I definitely think the bottom 2 teams are probably the worst team, 2 of the worst teams in football, and they'll both be picking in the top 5 next year in the draft. I think we'll probably agree on this division.
Yeah. I have the Colts going first with 12-5. I have the Titans going 9-8. I feel like A.J. Brown hurt them really badly. But I have the Jaguars going 5-12. And I have the Texans being last in the whole AFC with 3-14.
Yeah, so ours is actually different. I thought it would be the same. I got the Titans in first place. I got the Colts in second place. I got the Jaguars in third place, and I got the Texans in last. The Texans might be the worst team in football this year.
I think the Bears are.
Yeah, I think I don't have the Bears doing that bad. I think the Bears have some weapons. The Texans, I don't know if they have any weapons at all on their team.
Is Brandon Cooks still on that team?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you who was honestly on that team. I know a couple years ago when they gave J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson and all those guys all that money, they really kind of screwed themselves. They lost a bunch of draft picks, which is why they're in the position they are now, and they lost those players. So they had some draft picks this year. We'll see what comes of that, but I don't think it's going to be a good season for them down in Houston.
Do you agree? A.J. Brown said that he was the best wide receiver on the Titans or Orioles to play on that team. Like in the whole, like...
Well, yeah, I think on the organization.
Yeah, organization, ever.
I don't know. I mean, the Titans have had some good wide receivers in their time, but he definitely was last year, but Julio Jones was hurt, and Julio Jones has been around a while. The Titans are a running team, and they're always going to be a running team, and Derrick Henry is their workhorse, and he missed almost half the season last year. Yeah. And if he's healthy this year, it doesn't matter what wide receivers you have with Ryan Tannehill. That offense is going to be a running offense, and they're going to get back to that as long as Derrick Henry is healthy.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan Tannehill can be a playoff quarterback.
I think he can get you to the playoffs. I don't know if he gets you beyond that. I think they rely a lot on that running game and the defense, and if it gets down to the point of Ryan Tannehill, I don't think he can take you over the top. And I think you've seen that last year in the playoff game. Derrick Henry was hurt, and they needed something else, and Ryan Tannehill just couldn't do what was needed.
Only 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
So, let's get to the playoffs. So, in the wild card round, who do you have in your 5 and 4 seed?
All right, so the wild card round.
5 and 4 seed.
So the 4-5 game is the Titans at home against the Denver Broncos on the road.
I have the Colts at home and the Raiders and I have the Colts and Raiders at home. I think the Raiders will all win that game.
Yeah, I have the Titans beating the Broncos at home.
I think, and then for the 3 and 6 seed, I have the Chargers 3rd and the Broncos 6th, and I have the Chargers winning it.
My 3-6 is the Buffalo Bills at home against the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. I have the Buffalo Bills taking that one.
And remember, guys, we're only doing the AFC. So then now divisional round for the AFC.
Well, we got another game still in the wild card round.
Oh, we do?
There'll be 3 games. It should be the 2-7 matchup.
Oh, yeah, 2-7. Bills is number 2, and the Ravens are number 7.
So mine is the Bengals and the number 2 seed against the Patriots as the number 7 seed with the Bengals the home team. I got the Bengals winning that one.
Yeah, I got the Bills winning that one. Okay, now divisional round. So you can go.
So this one with mine goes the 2-3 matchup. Mm-hmm. With the Cincinnati Bengals as the 2 seed and the Buffalo Bills as the 3 seed. So the Bengals hosting another playoff game, and I got the Bengals edging out the Bills in that one.
I got the Bills at number 2 seed and the Chargers at number 3 seed. Bills winning. I got the Chargers upsetting the Bills at home, and I think they're going to the conference round.
The AFC Championship.
Yep, AFC Championship. Okay, number 1 and 5.
So the one it's a 1-4 for me.
1-4.
The 1 seed is the Chargers. The 4 seed are the Titans. And I got the Chargers winning at home there. I think that Chargers offense is going to be too much for the Titans defense.
Yeah. And
I don't think the Titans can keep up with them.
Does the Chargers have a good offensive line?
I didn't hear any weaknesses. I mean, being on the east side, we don't see the Chargers all that often, but their offense was it was a pretty high-scoring offense last year. They got a lot of weapons.
Especially against the Bengals, 22-0 or something like that.
So I didn't see any weaknesses from their offense, but.
Then for the number 1, I have the Bengals, and I have the number 5 Raiders rematch from last year. I got the Bengals winning at home. Okay, conference. What do you have?
So my conference is a classic 1-2 matchup. The Chargers are the 1 seed at home. The Bengals are on the road as a 2 seed going out west. Being a Bengals fan, it's hard to pick against the Bengals. I just think the Chargers are going to be the best team in the league this year. And so I got the Chargers winning that game. I think it'll be close. I think the Bengals have enough to keep up with them. Mm-hmm. I think the Chargers just made some upgrades this year that are going to put them way over the top of what they did last year.
I have the same thing. Bengals, Chargers, number 1 and number 3. And I have the Chargers winning. Bengals are at home, I know. It's hard to pick over the Bengals. But I think the Chargers, too much. Their defense is good with Joey Bosa, Von Miller, J.C. Jackson, and Derwin James.
Well, Von Miller's not on the Chargers. He's on the Bills.
Oh, he is? Well, yeah. Joey Bosa and someone else is on there, too.
Mack. Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack, yeah. If he's healthy.
I think Bosa alone, he's coming into a contract year, so he's going to be looking for some money soon. But he's going to be hard to stop no matter what. I mean, and adding J.C. Jackson already onto what they had. It's going to be a tough team.
Yeah.
And they got some weapons on offense too.
Yeah. Nice little round up the AFC. And this is our video. And this is Mason and this is Dad. Thank you for listening.